Celebrating the feat of zero collapse since July of last year, the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, said strategic measures that involve heavy investment in the power system led to the several infrastructure upgrades that have transformed the grid from a radial network to a loop system. You can read further in the Daily Trust newspaper. Experts differ as FG celebrates 400 days of zero grid collapse. That's here. Let's take our second story from the Daily Trust newspaper. We're going to page 30 of the Daily Trust newspaper. So here we go. Military kicks as PSC wants police to lead terrorism war. The riders say experts advocate joint effort. Zamfara shuts cattle markets over banditry. Kaduna hires 7,000 vigilantes. This is an interesting story, though. Quite an interesting one. Military kicks as PSC, that's Police Service Commission, wants police to lead terrorism war. So the military yesterday disagreed with the Police Service Commission PSC that it should leave the fight against terrorism to the police. The chairman of the PSC, Solomon Arase, a former Inspector General of Police, had said police officers were trained to secure crime scenes, gather evidence, and prosecute criminals. Arase said the military officers deployed to areas, insurgency stricken areas in the north or northeast lack training and knowledge to gather evidence against criminals. Oh well. You can read further in the Daily Trust newspaper. Military kicks as PSC wants police to lead terrorism war. What do you think? You've seen the report of the police, what they have said. Well, the military too, they've responded to it, and the other stakeholders are saying, look, it's got to be joint effort. That's what would help us with the terrorism issue here. All right, let's drop the Daily Trust newspaper. Let's go pick up the Punch newspaper. In the Punch, we've got this story here on page 26. Waste managers urge Sanwo-Olu to probe accumulated debts. That story is on page 26. Waste managers urged Sanwo-Olu to probe accumulated debts. That's busy piling up. Let's go to page 26 to go take a look at that story. The story reads, the Association of Waste Managers of Nigeria has lamented the delay in the payment of Visionscape debt to its members. The president of the association, Olugbenga Adebola, appealed to the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, to launch an investigation into plight of waste managers in the state and facilitate of money owed to them. The delay in the payment of Visionscape debt to our members that worked with Visionscape company based on the directive of the then government is worrisome. We therefore appeal to Mr. Governor through Lawma to look into this payment passionately and facilitate the payment. That's Adebola speaking there. That story is inside page 26, right, of the Punch. Now, let's take our second story from the Punch. After this story, I would come to start taking your reactions to the stories that you've heard, not just now, but even from 6 a.m. in our news. All right. State NLC TUC order workers to join nationwide strike. That story is on page 7. State NLC TUC order workers to join nationwide strike. Page 7. So permit me to quickly just take this one here. It's the same story but different angles. This one is in the Nation newspaper and it reads, TUC snobs NLC strike call. TUC snobs NLC strike call. The writer says, calling workers out of work premature. Will continue to dialogue with government to ease subsidy pain. That's the writer here. So I can't exactly say what the position of the TUC is. One is saying that they've joined the strike. They've ordered their workers to join the nationwide strike. Another story saying they snub NLC. Okay. Our last story, I'm back to the Punch right now. I just wanted to compare those two headlines before we move away completely to the telephone. Marketers gets foreign investors backing for 30,000 gas stations. Marketers get foreign investors backing for 30,000 gas stations. For those who would like to use CNG for their vehicles following the removal of subsidy on petrol, this is good news. We're hearing that marketers, field marketers, independent petroleum marketers, they've secured some investors, local and foreign, to be able to have their stations dispense CNG to those vehicles on moving on working on CNG basically. So let's go take your thoughts right now. 0700 993 993 993 and 01 465 7190 for the ladies. That's for the ladies only. That's 01 465 7190 for the ladies. And please, you've got 60 seconds. Everybody has got 60 seconds to share their thought with me on the show today. Please, let's stick to it. I'll time you regardless. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah, you have Larry from Ikeja.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, the PSC, Police Service Commission, and the military Buhaha. That is why this fight doesn't want to end. For PSC to say this, is that you know how many years they have been nursing it, and it shows that is why they are not sharing information with each other. And when you are not sharing information, how will this fight be over? I think what the PSC has said is true, because military have been in the forefront for how many years now in this fight, and we are not seeing the end. Instead,
right.
It's escalating. If you see in Jos, sometimes the villagers will be accusing the military of complicity and taking sides. I think we should try luck and give police chance and see how it will go.
Okay. All right.
Have a lovely morning.
You too. Have a good one. Thank you for calling. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sherry.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, this Friday from Igbolere.
Talk to me.
Yeah, the Nigeria police that say that Nigeria police should lead the terror, the fight against terrorism. Who should the police, Sherry? Is it the one we are seeing on the street, or do they have a different police from maybe from Canada or from America? Because if it's this one that we are seeing on the street, Sherry, they don't even investigate anything. Is it police that will arrest bus and start shouting tip for the bus to stop and start beating passenger and the driver? So for this one,
you think our police cannot handle terrorism? They are not capable.
We were coming this morning. One of my friends just got injured. The driver, police car, just to carry the driver, they were shouting armed robber. Police just to arrest a bus, and people inside that bus got injured, and they were running out. Just this morning, Sheriff. Is it that type of police? I'm telling you, this Nigeria police. Well, let me not use any word this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you to you, Friday, for calling me. Nigeria Info, good morning to you. That call is no more available. Let's take another call. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning.
Mr. Ben. Intestine medicine. Our doctor. The first doctor that did the operation is the one that removed it. And he went to second one, the public one that we are using. Why can't that one cry out that so state is missing? You put a patient for 7 days. You're not saying that it's on camera. That's a great wickedness. That's why people say Nigeria are we good people. We are just a religious country. We are not godly people. A person, a woman be not an animal. If it's on the side, is he going to do like that? Let's put this in our court. If you are in their shoe, would they do your own shirt and not it is on camera?
So with your statement that you made earlier, who did it? So because we are not sure exactly what happened, and this is what we'll deal with at 8 o'clock this morning. Okay, Nigeria Info. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Sherry.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, how are you doing? Hope you had a good weekend.
I tried. How are you?
Fine, thank you. My name is Osam, calling from Ikeja.
Welcome.
You know, when will Nigeria hospitals stop doing trial and error? Why must somebody go to another hospital to do second option after they diagnose you from something in a particular hospital? It's not right. It's not right. Let's try and do things once and for all and be sure of what we are doing. This has to involve a human life. How can they be doing trial and error? I pity the mother and the child. I pray for quick recovery because I know how the parents will be feeling now. God will see them all. God bless you.
Bless you too. Thanks for calling. Nigeria Info, good morning to you. That call is dropped. Let's take another one. Good morning to you. That too. Let's take this one here. Good morning to you.
Sorry, good morning.
Morning to you, sir.
Yeah, this is Lawrence Zillow.
Let's talk.
Okay, Solomon Arase has just hit the nail on the head because under the watch of the military, insecurity has not been brought under control under their watch. So I think the police has better information to tackle this insecurity.
Oh, okay.
Morning to you.
Morning to you too, Lawrence. Thanks for calling. Nigeria Info, good morning to you. Good morning. Okay, let's take another call then. The person is not here with us. Morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Family.
Good, thank you.
Well, I support the former IGP.
Okay.
Crime is meant for police. It's just that when this whole thing started in 2010, maybe they were kind of skeptical. They are killing us too much in Borno. But it could have been better if they were there persistently. This thing would not have escalated to this level that it is now. They are crime fighters. Police are crime fighters. Our army, Air Force, Navy, Nigeria, the soldiers.
The military, yeah.
They are the military. They are meant for securing my territory. That's Nigeria. They are not meant for crime. That's why they cannot do nothing. I support him.
Okay.
To look into his position.
Okay.
Good morning.
Morning to you too, Madam Ifi. Thanks for calling. It's 7:45. Good morning to you. Morning. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're gonna have to call me back. I'm sorry. Please do call me back. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes, sir. Morning to you.
Yes, sir. My name is Dan Baba.
What's your story?
You see, it is better to use Amoteco to fight terrorists than using the Nigerian police. And I will tell you why.
Tell me.
On Friday, I traveled out of Lagos. I entered a vehicle that was driven by a fake soldier. You know the amount of police checkpoints at that or Benin Expressway. They could not identify that he is a fake soldier. It took me, the civilian, to notice that this guy is a fake soldier. Then I will go to a point where police asked him for his ID card. He said he lost his ID card. They asked for his discharge certificate. He brought out the hospital card. When the police tried to talk, he chatted on the police and gave him 500 naira. Of all these ones, he was just giving them 200 naira. Is that the type of police that you want to fight? You want to use and fight terrorists? They will ambush all of us. Nigerian police are satanically corrupt. I don't trust them. It's better to use Amoteco than using them. Don't mind them. Thank you.
Okay. Well, former IG Arase, said this, and he spoke in Abuja while receiving the police advisor, Lake Chad Basin Support Framework of the United Kingdom High Commission in Nigeria, Elizabeth MacLeod, I think. It's not clear. Says the leadership of the Bureau of Public Service Reforms, led by its Director General, D.I. Arabi, and a delegation. Well, Arase, in short, Arase said that he faulted the practice where arrested bandits are released and reintegrated into the society without proper profiling, noting that most of them eventually return to the crime, creating more harm for the region. Arase advised the federal government to reduce the military component of the war against insurgency and allow the police, the lead agency in internal security, to lead the battle. He said, and I quote him, "The police are properly trained for internal security, and leading the battle will curb the activities of terrorists in the northeast." He says more convictions of these criminals to the northeast would serve as a deterrent to others and eventually reduce the spate of crime and criminality in the region. The military deployed to the troubled regions in the northeast have no such training, and this has resulted in low rate of prosecution of offenders and a conviction rate of less than 5%. That's what Solomon Arase is reported to have said. It's from the Daily Trust newspaper if you'd like to read further. All right, 7:48. Let's head back to telephone. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
How was your weekend?
It was okay, thank you.
How is your family? Welcome to Lagos.
Thank you.
This market woman.
It's good to have you.
You enjoy your weekend. You should be see us and I came back and beat man you yesterday.
Yes, so.
You enjoy it.
Yes, so.
Mm-hmm. Thank God for that.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't like the police, so the police are made for all these things. What corrupts our police is our leader. If police want to do their job, they will do it more than the army. So I support the man. Thank you.
Thank you to you, Market Woman, for calling. 7:49, let's go to the Nation newspaper. We took one story initially from the Nation. We got two more to go in the paper. Flood risk rises in Lagos, Nasarawa, Bayelsa, coastal communities. Flood risk rises in Lagos, Nasarawa, Bayelsa, coastal communities. That's from the from page 4 of the Nation newspaper. You can pick up the paper and read further if you're interested. I've got similar story here in the Vanguard newspaper, and that one reads, relocate now. Lagos government orders flood-prone communities. You can pick up the paper and read. Now we're back to the Nation newspaper. Pupils' performance determine teachers' promotion in Ondo. No, let me take that again. Pupils' performance to determine teachers' promotion in Ondo. That's on page 7. So when I saw this story this morning, I don't know how to respond to it. But let's take a look at it, shall we? So teachers in the employ of Ondo State government will no longer enjoy automatic promotion from next academic session. Their promotion will be based on academic performances of the pupils. Besides, the state government announced stiffer penalties for teachers who abscond from duties. Chairman of State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, Victor Olabinton, stated this in Akure at an interactive session with the education secretaries from the 18 local governments. He said there would be improved monitoring and supervision of academic activities in schools. The super boss said the measures were to enhance better performance of pupils of public schools. Well, the story says pupils' performance to determine teachers' promotion in Ondo. To be honest, I don't know how to respond to this because there are many factors that could be responsible for pupils' performance. I mean, academic performance. So, yeah, I don't know if, a teacher's promotion should be tied to it. I don't know, really. Well, let's come to you. Let's hear your thoughts. Nigeria Info. Good morning to you. Morning.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Mr. Sheriff, good morning. Boyesin from Afromedia.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Honestly, I don't understand the NLC we are having now. The back and front is what I don't understand, honestly. Today they will say they will go on strike, the other day, another day, they will share it. I don't know whether there's a hand of ISO inside the whole thing. I don't understand. They should get up if they want to do something. Let them do it once and for all, and let's see the impact. And if they're not ready, they should forget it. That's just my contribution this morning. Thank you very much.
Mr. Boyesing, thanks for calling me. I appreciate it. Nigeria Info, good morning to you. Morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff. How are you doing?
Doing okay, thank you.
Yeah, Jonathan is my name.
Let's talk.
Sheriff, there is that headline you said Nigerians are buying, is it broken corns or something?
Yes.
Okay. I think the economy, just like the headline said, the economic situation, Sheriff, now. Although I expected it to meet Jonathan, I knew it's going to be like this because I've been shouting on this for a very long time.
Okay.
It's terrible. Sheriff, as at this time, this is 7 minutes to 8. I bought fare twice, 5,000 naira. That's 10,000 naira. The situation is terrible, Sheriff. I don't blame them. It's the union I blame. I think these those days, they are not saying they want to strike. Both NLC and TUC, they are confused as far as I'm concerned. They don't even understand what is called subsidy as far as I'm concerned. I think these those days I was working, I will be pushing my branch for them to impeach them. They don't know what they are doing at all. Their workers, their staffs are there. They have not increased their salary. Government has increased the price of fuel over 200%. And they are busy dilly-dallying. They are talking from both sides of their mouth. They don't know what they are doing.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself, Sherry.
You too, Jonathan. Have a good one. Let's go to our live stream and across our other portals. Let's go take your reactions to the stories we have brought to you this morning. I've got this one here that says, Femi Odunsi on our live stream on Facebook. Femi says, security agencies are reaping billions as profits in the anti-terrorism war, hence the tussle between them. We need strong leadership to end this insurgency. As Femi Odunsi, who dropped that. I've got another one here from Eze. Eze says, it's a very bad idea. They can easily increase the scores of a child. Eze says, not the best. Good morning. Good morning to you too, Eze. Eze is responding to the story on promoting teachers based on the children's performance. All right. Raphael Adegoke says, the Nigerian police can't handle crimes in our society. The corruption in the Nigerian police force is alarming. Just take a trip outside your state and you will see what I mean. They don't bother to check vehicles passing. All they do is collect 100 naira, 200 naira. That's Raphael Adegoke who dropped that. Raphael, thank you for dropping. Let's go to YouTube and go take some comments off YouTube this morning. Ogun Moroti Tishagun Fumi says, CNG safety of this conversion is my worry and concern. Okay, you're saying safety of the conversion is your worry and your concern, considering particularly of our tropical environment. Sadiq is also here. Sadiq said the big question is, are the police personnel willing to go to the war zone? That's a vital question if you ask me. Blair Anya is also on YouTube live stream. Blair says, I hope the new development in Ondo won't push teachers to start assisting underperforming students to engage in exam malpractices. Well, that's a possibility, Blair. It's a possibility. Oyeka, I see your message, yeah? I see your message. Well, thanks for dropping that. So I'm going to go take some messages on WhatsApp very quickly before we go to X, all right? So let's do WhatsApp messages quickly. We just take one or two, then we go to X. I've got this one here that says his name is Ibrahim from Bagada. Ibrahim says, please, is it the same police we all see on the streets that the former IG is talking about? Amotekun are seriously better than these our police officers. Police are there in Oro, but they have to bring in Amotekun to come and fight cultists. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying now. Okay, all right. Thank you, Ibrahim, for sharing your thought. I've got another one from Olushoga in the corridor. Olushoga says the government must speed up the negotiations. The NLC has the power to cripple activities. It only takes 2 or 3 unions and the country is paralyzed. The Nupeng, particularly the PTD, the Electricity Union, the Pengasin, though the strike action is hasty, the federal government must concentrate on persuading the NLC and TUC with tangible offers. Negotiations must be quick, honest, and decisive. That's Olushoga Ajayi on WhatsApp. Now let's go to X. Let's go take some comments off X right now. Justus Ikenna says there are many factors that is responsible for the people's performance, environment, infrastructure, poverty, family, etc. Teachers will be forced to indulge in malpractice to help their students. This isn't the right approach. That's Justus who dropped that on X this morning. Justus, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Lagos, we are going to take one more call. This will be our last call. At 8 o'clock, we'll bring you the news. After the news, we'll talk about the missing intestine. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sherry.
Yes, please.
This is Koladi.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
From Lagos. See, Sheriff, the NLC strike is my take this morning. If this government is really, really serious, giving this money to states is not the solution. Let them sit down with all the people that is involved. Let them discuss with these people. We can't paralyze this country. The suffering is already telling on everybody. Please, let NSC to just hold on first. still talk with them.
Thank you.
What does it take? Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you to you, Asaladigba. Thanks for calling me. Lagos, that's Dailies Today for today. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow, I'll be back at 6:15 for another day's broadcast of Dailies Today. In the meantime, stay here with me. The news is next at the top of the hour, Lagos.
Welcome to the Central Bank of Information.
On the news this hour, Governor Babajide
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria